We're continuing the Making Money on Amazon series as we talk about selling a digital product utilizing Amazon Ignite. So, if you want an Amazon Ignite how-to on how I do my Ignite research, then stick around. Hey Right Riders, Keith Wheeler here, and if you want to continue to get all the hints, tips, and tricks on how to make self-publishing easier, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, smash your little bell icon so you get alerted each and every time I put out a new video. Right now it's 2 times a week. Earlier in the series I covered what is Amazon Ignite, and if you missed that, I'll drop a link to it in the description below. Now, simply put, if you're doing Amazon Ignite, you're basically selling school products online. But if you're not a teacher, it can be difficult to figure out what digital products to sell. So today I'm going to show you the 4 resources that I use to pick what digital products to sell. Now, we already know what's allowed on Amazon Ignite because we watched this video. If you missed it, I'll drop it in the description as well. But the first place I go to, the first resource, is right here on Amazon. So it only makes sense that I should go where the product's going to be purchased. And what you do is you just go down to all, and you're going to go to the digital educational resources. This is where your Amazon Ignite product is going to reside. You can just hit enter, and it's just going to pull up everything. As you can see, you can select certain grade levels if that's what you're interested in. So many people are focusing on kindergarten and first grade. So first pro tip is going to be broaden your horizons. Don't necessarily focus just on the early learning. There are topics for kids in high school. Teachers need resources regardless of the grade that they're teaching. So if you are familiar with a specific grade, whether you're a teacher, you're in the educational system, or maybe you just have a child who is in those grades and you see the kind of things that they're working on, then you might want to look at that because your competition will most likely be a lot smaller. So for now, just because it's what most people are going for, I'm going to select kindergarten and it'll automatically refresh. As you can see, I use DS Amazon Quick View as an extension, and it gives me the ASIN and the rank. The problem is right now, Amazon is not giving a BSR ranking to any product that is in this particular group. So it's kind of hard to see what people are actually selling, but you can see what people are creating. And then if you scroll up, you can filter on the type of resource. So whether you want to do activities, curriculum, flashcards. So if I click on flashcards, so these are flashcards for kindergartners, and you can just see some of the items that they're coming up with. Here, we'll just click on this very first one, and it's for kindergarten through 3rd grade. These are the topics. When you add a product into Amazon Ignite, you're allowed to select up to 3 topics, and so that's what these are. You're also allowed to say what type of resource it is. You're allowed to select 3. So that's that. When you upload it, and I'll do a whole nother video on uploading, but you can upload a zip file or a PDF, and this just tells you what it is. This one happens to be a zip file, and it's 75 pages. And of course, you can see when it was first published. And as you can see, there's no, even though we can't see if there's any sales, if there were reviews in here, that would give you a clue as to whether or not there's sales. Don't get deterred by all of these that don't have reviews, and if you don't know if they sell, because you have to remember, Amazon Ignite is still fairly new, and Amazon hasn't even started promoting it yet because they don't have enough resources. So that's why it's so important for you to make quality resources. Don't worry about quantity, do quality. All right, so this is what I do, and I'll just go through action verb bubbles, and I'll click in here, or bundles. It's got the look inside, and I can get kind of a clue as to some of the flashcards that are in here, and they're using real pictures. I would suggest, unless you are taking pictures of people you know and you have written permission, I would not do images with people's pictures in there. It just leaves yourself up to so much liability. So that shows us that. And then we can see their description is fairly similar to any description you would do on Amazon. They're definitely, I'm not going to review this, but it just gives you an idea of what people are doing right now. If you've watched any of my videos about KDP and book descriptions, then you'll know my thoughts on that particular book description. But as you can see, this person has done one by action verb the set, and then they made a bundle. This one, just teach printable number cards 1 through 30. Pina colada pineapple. Let's click on that and see what that is. I don't see how it's any reference to pina colada. Let's look on the inside. Okay, so it's a flashcard because that's what we clicked on. And as you can see, it's just the number 1, a line, and then the word 1 spelt out, and then a visual demonstration of what 1 is on 1 to 10. So this bubble's filled in. Number 2, spelt out 2, and 2 are filled in. So as you can see, they're using different colors for each card. They've got some graphics along the edges, around the border. It's not anything that you don't need to copy this. You can take what you see and make your version of it. I don't want to say a better version, but make your version of it. I will say I'm not a fan of this 16 right here. It just doesn't seem to fit in with anything else. That's odd. But yeah, so and it's those little things like that, especially this early on in the creation of Amazon Ignite, that you can find something that's already out there, make your version of it, make a better version of it, and yours will stand out so much more because there's not a lot of competition right now. Okay, and they're selling it for $5, it looks like. So you go, and it's and the great thing is there's no shipping or anything like that because they're all digital products. Again, here's the very brief description that they have. All right, so that is on Amazon. Let's see, I'm gonna do one more search in here because I want to do one for an older group, older age. So let's do what around here they would call middle school, which is 5th grade and 6th grade. Take off kindergarten. 5th and 6th. Okay. So here we go. Flashcards in 5th or 6th. Our competition right here. 25 results. 25 results. That's crazy. Crazy. All right, so let's see what they've got here. Multiplication facts. Look inside. So they've got some instructions in here. So again, because it's the older age group, it's not just plain flashcards. There are some instruction pages and things like that. But again, it's a multiplication. It's your 2s, 3s, and 4 times tables. How hard is that to come up with? Was it 2 times 4? And then they flip it over and it's going to show what the answer is. And then it looks like this here. I'm going to zoom in real quick. And so they're showing different ways of coming up with the answer. Okay. All right, let's go back to normal. Reset. Okay. So again, that's here on Amazon. Amazon Ignite is set up to compete with basically Teachers Pay Teachers. So it only makes sense to go to the Teachers Pay Teachers website. And so here we are at Teachers Pay Teachers, and it's very similar to the way Amazon has set up their Amazon Ignite educational resources page. So again, you're going to select the grade or grades. As you can see, Teachers Pay Teachers does have a pre-K category, which Amazon doesn't have. So my guess is they probably looped that in with kindergarten. But again, it's pretty much the same way that it's set up on Amazon. So we'll just do kindergarten. The great thing about doing it on Teachers Pay Teachers is because it is an already established website and well used, you can actually see what people are buying. So, I know I said kindergarten, but no, I want to stick to the 4th and 5th, or 5th and 6th grade that we did before. So we'll do 5th and 6th grade. Okay. And you can select homeschooling. That's a whole nother niche that you can possibly get into. But right now we're on 5th and 6th grade. Okay, we have an editable teacher binder, and this shows you not necessarily how many times it's sold, but it shows you how many ratings it has. So if it's got over 32,000 ratings, you can tell it's sold quite a bit. And the retail price is $30. It's marked down to $17.99. But again, just like with Amazon Ignite, these are all digital products. So let's see what else we have here. Let's try something that is well used, but somewhat easy for us to create. Oh, here we go. End of the year awards. This is for anything from kindergarten through 8th grade. So it's something that you can use for multiple grades. So that broadens your possibility of customers. All right, class superlatives. So hover over these. So it's literally just PDF files, basically. The file format is a zip file. So my guess is it probably has PDFs in it. And it's just, they're certificates. Friendly neighbor, attitude is everything. I could see more if I clicked on the preview, but I don't have an account with Teachers Pay Teachers, and I'm not going to set one up. So, but yeah, this just gives you an overview. So it doesn't tell you how many. Let's see, I don't think it might tell you in here how many pages it is, but there you go, 112 unique awards. Mr. Cooperative, Mrs. Cooperative, Mr. Caring, Mrs. Caring, manners, and so on. So this is something that you could do. And I mean, they've sold, or I don't know how many they've sold, but like I said, they've had over 10,000 ratings. And it's a scale from 1 to 4. So it's not even a 5-point scale. So everybody loves it. It's got an average of 4.0, 10,000 plus ratings. And they're selling it at $5.49. And it's, you create it one time and you're done. So as you can see, like I said, this one has 112 different ones, which really, I mean, I say 112, but it's really not, because most of these have a Mr. and a Miss. So that really cuts your award type in half, and you just add Mr. or Miss in front of it. So yeah, so that's that. Let's see if we can find one more good thing. What's this? Paragraph writing, paragraph of the week. This is another one that has over 10,000. This is for grades 2nd through 6th, and it includes homeschooling. Again, 4.0 rating, over 10,000 ratings. And let's see, paragraph of the week. Let's see if we can click on that. I'm going to scroll in, see if I can make it a little bigger. Over the course of the week, you may be writing a paragraph. You will choose a topic. So on Monday, brainstorm all that you know about a trip that you have taken. This could be as simple as going to the store with your mom, or something bigger like a trip to Guatemala. Be sure to include every detail you can think of about the trip. So that's what they do on Monday. Let's zoom out, reset. And then on Tuesday, this one is, they basically just set up the different sentences. So you've got your topic sentence, detail 1, explanation, detail 2, explanation, and so on. Reset. So there you go. And they're selling this. Let's scroll down and see how many pages it is, if they tell you. 258 pages. It's basically an entire school year's worth. And then you've got Monday through Friday. There's different chores for each one. Now, again, I'm not saying this for you to copy. It's to just get you brainstorming, get your ideas going. But right here, it's telling you the different pages. So it's telling you basically what each week's paragraph is going to be about. And again, they're selling this one for $16, $15.99. So again, just a great idea of something to just brainstorm, get your mind going. And this is in the English Language Arts, Creative Writing, and Writing. The third place that I go to is Etsy. I know it may seem a little odd, but I mean, Etsy has a lot of homemade stuff, and they have things that have to do with education as well. Since we're talking about flashcards, let's look up flashcards. Let's do flashcards for kids. Okay, here we go. Here's some ideas. Here you go. ABC and Spanish flashcards, printable file, $5.16, 5-star rating, over 800 reviews. And it's the letter with an image and the word. Okay, then you can just do one as simple as the alphabet, where it's the capital letter and lowercase. Click on this one, see what it is. There you go. Thank you. We need more representation like this. And my guess is they're talking about, oh, here you go, African American kids. So all of these images are of African American children. That's another little sub niche that you can get into. So alphabet, letter flashcards, African American children. Again, it's $4. You can even learn more about this item. You can get some ideas as to what people are putting in their description. It gives you what the size is. So the size of the paper is 8.5 by 11. One thing I like about Etsy is that when you click on it, it actually opens it up in another tab. So I can just close out and go right back to where I was. These flashcards helps them learn about the weather. This one is about dinosaurs, and it's the numbers 0 through 20. So let's go back to what we were doing before, and let's do for 5th grade. And see if we can come up with anything. Here you go. State and capital flashcards. Over 1,200 purchases. $12.95. Now keep in mind when it comes to Etsy that these are not all digital products. You can keep that in mind when it comes to the pricing. It's state and capital flashcards, geography flashcards. Like this one, it looks like they actually print them and laminate them and stuff like that. So that explains why they're charging so much money. But it still gives you ideas as to what you can do for your Amazon Ignite product. I'm going to go back to Amazon real quick so I can show you something. Go back. When you sign up for Amazon Ignite, when you're creating a new product, one of the options, and you'll see it here on Amazon, as well as you'll see it on Teachers Pay Teachers, is CCSS, and that's Common Core State Standards. It is a standards type of educational learning that some schools have implored. Whether you are against Common Core or you're for it, doesn't really matter. The bottom line is there are places that are still using it. So here on Teachers Pay Teachers, you can sort by ELA, which is English Language Arts or Math. You can sort by grade, and then the type that it is. The same thing applies on Amazon. So I'm still in the digital educational resources. If you scroll down, it says CCSS ELA and CCSS Math. And this just drills down even more. So this is us on Amazon again, where we were. Flashcards for 5th and 6th graders. And then if I go down and I drill down to CCSS for Math, our competition, there's 4 results. 4 results. That's crazy. Okay? So, how do you know what to pick if you want to create a resource for Common Core? You might not know what Common Core is or what they're learning. That's the 4th place I go, is actually the Common Core Standards website. And it's just core, C-O-R-E, standards.org. This is the read the standards page. This basically just tells you what the standards are. And if I decide I want to do something for math, I just click on the math standards, and it's all broken down by grade. Or you can scroll down here, and it's broken down by what they call domain. So, for example, if I wanted to do counting and cardinality, this is actually one that I've done before for one of the products I've actually created, and it's basically just math, but different ways of teaching it. And for example, if they're in kindergarten, one of the things that they learn is how to count to 100 by ones and by tens. So you can do flashcards that help them count to 100 by ones, and then do a whole nother product where it helps them count to 100 by tens. And this right here is the actual Common Core Standard ID number. And we'll cover that in another video. But this is how I figure out if I want to create products that are Common Core related. This is the website I go to. So I can go to here, get some ideas, and then I can go to Teachers Pay Teachers and find out if it's really selling. And then I can go to Amazon and see what my competition is on Amazon. Let's see, we're do comparing numbers. Identify whether the number of an object in one group is greater than, less than, or equal to. Okay, so that's this. So let's say I wanted to create this product, and I might actually create this product in another video in the future. If you would like to see that, let me know in the comments. If you'd like to see me create a product for Amazon Ignite, put hashtag show me in the comments. Hashtag show me if you want me to do a video on that. Okay, so right here we've got this. So I'm going to go to Teachers Pay Teachers, and I want to see how competitive that is. So I'm actually going to clear, I'm going to deselect these. I'm not going to select any grades. I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to paste that Common Core. Now let's scroll down and see what we have. This one is $5, but as you can see, it doesn't have any ratings. So let's find something that does. We want to make sure we focus on the math. As you can see, some of these include English and language arts and stuff like that. So let's check out this morning work right here. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, this is a kindergarten morning work. It's for January, so they're doing like a winter theme. They're charging $4.25. There's 25 pages of PDFs, and there's already 197 ratings. So that tells you that it is selling. And based on the Common Core that we looked at, where we're doing comparison of greater than, less than, or equal to, they used hats. So instead of just showing the number, they're actually showing objects of that quantity. Let's click over here, and as you can see, we're back on the Common Core page. It says identify whether the number of objects in one group is greater than, less than, or equal to another number of objects in another group. So that's exactly what that's doing. It's comparing 6 objects to 8 objects, and they're supposed to say whether it's less than, equal to, or greater than. And as you can see, they're doing it in different ways. So this one is where they're asking the student to pick whether it's greater than, less than, or equal to. Over here, they're wanting them to draw 8 objects. Over here, they're wanting them to fill out 8 of these. So again, so it's equal to. You can do the same thing, but have it less than. So they have to fill out less than 8 items. So again, obviously not to copy what they're doing, but to use it as a starting point to get your thoughts going and to brainstorm some ways to expand upon it. On this page, they're doing the same thing. So this one would be, so this is greater than this, and this is greater than this. It's a little bit more complex for the student. So if you can't think of anything else to do and you know you want to do something with Common Core, go to the Common Core page, find an idea that sounds like something you might want to create, go to Teachers Pay Teachers to see if it's something that is actually selling, as well as to get some ideas. And then we're going to go over to Amazon, since that's where we're going to sell it, and we're going to stay in the digital educational resources, and we're going to paste that Common Core code back in here and see what our competition is. As you can see, no results for that particular keyword. These are just books, these 2. I will tell you that when people are searching for Common Core items, teachers, this code is very common for them to research. So keeping that in your metadata will help you stand out above everybody else. So we're going to go in here, and instead of doing that, we'll just do greater than, less than worksheet, and see what kind of competition we have here. Still nothing in the digital educational resources. These are workbooks. But even that, there's only 14 total. So like I said, the competition is so non-existent. And as you can see in these books, here, Math Basics, it's ranked 6,000 or 5,500. That's not even relevant. I don't even know why that's in there. Math Basics. Now this is School Zone, so these are popular brands. And these are in books. So these are what parents are buying. Amazon Ignite is what teachers and homeschooling parents will be purchasing. And in that category, there is no results. Again, Amazon Ignite is still new, and the important part is make sure it's high quality. You're already going to stand out you're already going to have a good chance of getting sales. So you might as well think long term and create high quality products so that way 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you're still selling. Because even though it'll be oversaturated like merch and like KDP and everything else, because you've been on the platform for so long and because it's high quality products that you're putting out there, you are gonna win. Well, now that you know what to sell on Amazon, you may want to start thinking about what name you're going to use when you sell digital products online. Check out this video right here where I answer how to use a pen name. Or you can check out this video that YouTube says you're going to love. I'll catch you in the next video, and remember to write right.